Hey fellow voddwarers, it's Angry Turtle back with another PTS video. This time I'm going to cover all the camp changes. As you know, we have a camp slots now. If I open the map, on the left hand side I have two camp slots to choose from. And first camp slot is my camp that is placed, and second camp slot it says unplaced. What helps you out that you have actually unused spot and you will not accidentally wipe out your camp number one, because if, like now, I would go and choose to place a camp, move camp, I will pay 40 caps and my camp will be removed. Then we don't want to do that. And what else I want to show before I will actually use the second slot, if I go into my atrium shelter, it's basically empty at this moment, but let's start from the changes inside. There are news here. I can place vendors. And as fun as I am for this idea of placing vendors in camp, I'm afraid that much better idea will be to allow us to have a vendors, like rent a vendors at Foundation or at Whitespring or whatever. Give us a stationary vendor to rent, because now it's cool when you use it right, but I can already see a lot of people trolling others, putting vendors inside the shelter that is last shelter or the chain of shelters and put them hidden to have laugh on people getting frustrated trying to find a shelter, what will then result in much lower traffic. If potential buyers will get discouraged a couple times, they will stop looking for those vending machines inside the shelters. Therefore, it will be much better idea to just have it like, that's my opinion though. Yeah, that's worth to mention. It's not like universal truth, that's my opinion. It will be better if we could like rent a vendor spot inside Whitespring or Foundation, the settlers, the traders and stuff, then that will be better. As I can see that after this patch, people will be only visiting vendors next to Whitespring station, because they usually keep the vendors on the outside of the camp and you can see from afar, therefore you can go and check the inventory without like fast traveling somewhere into the cranberry bog or fast traveling somewhere up to the corner in order to figure out you cannot find a vending machine you are looking for. That's my only problem with those. Then we go into other news inside the shelter, what we can build, and I'm big fan of that. Displays. We can put displays inside the shelter. What's really good, but there is a bad thing as well. Let me put couple and tell you. At least currently it's bugged, but I hope they will fix it. Let me put a bunch of shelters, a bunch of displays in here. Okay, different types of displays. So you know they serve a different purposes when you are displaying stuff. And now let's start from this weapon rack. What I want to put in there. I want to assign something like my Gauss shotgun. Okay, let's assign it. R. And it's in here. What's good? And now let me assign the other weapon. And for this case, let me choose my some different weapon than a shotgun. Oh, Vampire Shish Kebab. Let me assign it. It's assigned. And nothing happening. And that's the case with a lot of weapons. I was testing my heavy guns. I cannot make any visible. It's happening with so many weapons, and there is a heavy weapon stand, and some of the heavy weapons will work there, but still, where I supposed to display some of the weapons that do not show anywhere. This is working. I can attach some stuff to the display case. Whatever I want, it will be displayed. Whatever random stuff I displayed. Alright. I managed to display ammo and other stuff and the card. Yeah, that's good. This one is working. I don't have a heavy weapon to display and nothing is showing. And just before you ask, still no functional items, still cannot put any plants or water, and I'm not into mining them, like I don't want to produce plants or whatever, I just want the ability to use them if I want to, but unfortunately still no. And that's the case, like for example, if you want a sink, there's no way. Now, other changes before we move our camp. When I go over the camp icon, I can click on that. I can rename my camp. I can switch public map icon on, And now my camp is visible for everyone, even though my vending machines are not powered up. Then I can just make my camp visible if I want to. Then I can change the icon, and look at that. We have nice selection of icons to use for your camps. And I like this idea. It's a good idea. More icons, you can make your icon more unique. And let's find some other camps from other people. You see, that's how they look now. They are like gray instead of yellow as they used to be, or green. They are just gray, and there is indicator of a vending machine and the shelter that it's in there in the camp. Let's find another one. There's another one as well. Vending machine and shelter indicated. My camp, vending machine and shelter indicated on the icon. And now I change the icon to ice cream, and everyone can see that I have ice creams. All right, that's enough inside. Let's move the camp. Let's move to a new spot. I mean, not move the camp. Let's use the second camp. Let's move anywhere. And now, as I said before, first what you need to do, go to your map, expand camp slots, and choose the second camp slot before you will place your camp unit. Then we're choosing that and choose active camp. And now the camp is activated. I can straight up rename it, change the icon to visible, change the icon tab that will, for example, help me out. Like, let's say it's offensive camp. It's my war camp. And I can rename it, I can use it, and instead of camp 2, I can put war camp. Done. And I have it renamed and still unplaced, but that's okay. The important thing is that I choose it. Now I can place it. It still says move camp. Therefore, I'm not sure if it's intentional. It still says move camp and I need to pay it, but it's okay because I already choose the second slot, then I can use it now. Okay, I can place it here. I paid 40 caps and it's placed. Now I can build whatever. Let me build something here. It will not be empty. Like, let's say this stuff and shelter. The same one as in the last one. Done. My camp is placed. And now if I enter the map, you can see that this one for me is gray out. And this one is orange, which means I have this one active. I have this one active. Okay, I placed the wrong shelter. I want atrium shelter. All right. Now I have the correct one. And now we enter the shelter. And we are inside, and you probably can notice that already. Shelters are shared. And even though I have vending machines in this shelter, it's not showing on the icon. I will need to remove them and add them again to show. If I scrap one, it will probably fix it. Scrap one and place one. Will it fix it? And now it's showing that I have vending machines. It will be probably fixed later on, but at this moment it's a bug with those vending machines, and shelters are shared across all your camps. Therefore, you have another slot for the camp that is above the ground, let's say, but under the ground, inside your shelters, it's all the same. It's all the same inside every placement. And as you know, I'm not a great builder, therefore, I don't know if it's good or bad that shelters are always the same. You will definitely tell me, but yeah, they are always the same regardless where you move your camp. But you have two different spots that you can use, and you can swap it on the fly. Look at that. I'm choosing my camp number 1 again. Activate camp. Wait a second. Now this one is gray, and everything disappeared that was in here, and other camp appeared. If I choose to swap it again, back to work camp, activate the camp, and too early. I have a message that is too early. Camp not activated. You have activated another camp too recently. I don't know what's the cooldown, but you cannot swap it too often. You need to give it probably a couple minutes. Let's try in a minute or two. And a couple minutes later, let's try again to swap to my work camp. Camp activated. As you can see, everything just appeared around me. Then you can swap it quite often. I think it's a couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5. I don't know exactly. But not too long, and you can swap it basically on the fly. You just use from here whatever you need at the moment, whichever camp. You have 2 slots at this moment, choose it and it will swap. If you still have any questions, don't hesitate. As always, don't hesitate to ask. I will try to answer as many as I possibly can, and if I can't, then there will be someone to answer your questions, as basically everyone on PC with Bethesda Launcher can install PTS and test it. That's a lot of people. And now, as always, thank you a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next one.